Oh my god!
Wrangle that NATO!
It's got little spikes on it.
Yeah. Phobia, my friend. Phobias.
You scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is phobias.
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 What scares you?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think phobias are different from fear.
Okay, so it's... Well, you still have fear, though. Right?
Well, no.
No?
What do you mean? Do you still have fear?
Okay. Let's take a guy who's afraid of going outside, right?
Okay.
So he goes through all the bad scenarios in his head, right? He's like, hit by a car, tornado, whatever,
right.
you know? So he's just shut in. He's like,
Yeah,
I don't...
Or wait, can we talk about a few more things that this guy's going to go through in his head?
Sure.
Yeah.
Tornado, cars.
These are high probability things.
Yeah. Jaguar. The little kid down the street just bought a new BB gun, you know?
Yeah.
So he's afraid.
Laser gun.
Laser
guns.
guns.
The little kid built a laser gun.
He thinks if his neighbor was like one of those smart kids, you know?
Yeah.
He was always harassing him.
What else? What else can you run into on the street? Seriously, that's serious stuff, though.
Oh.
What is some legitimate stuff that you can run into on the street? Because tornadoes, like, I don't usually run into them.
No.
You know, it's like...
They go in gangs.
It's a rough... yeah. It's an odd day when I...
Hit the
on
tornado.
the wrong side of Kansas and
Tornado comes
bump
over.
into a tornado.
What you doing in my hood? Bunch of little tornadoes with jackets.
Yeah, gangsta-nados.
Is that a new slur?
Come over here, NATO. What were we talking about?
Fear. So
Fear.
He still has the fear in him that he's like,
You got to get the fear
out
in him.
In him. You gotta.
Did you see that? Did you see that movie?
Which one? There's so many of them.
I think it was it's one of those superhero movies. It's the guy that can't see.
Daredevil.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And you see the guy. We gotta put the fear in him. It's like it's the guy. Shoot, dude, I can't remember anybody's name. Okay, the guy from Greece. What was his name?
Greece?
Yeah, the actor, but he's crazy now. He's into Scientology and stuff. What is his name?
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise. No, the other guy, the other Scientology guy. Not Tom Cruise.
There's another Scientology guy? Wait, there's two?
The other one. He's in Greece. He's the main guy in Greece.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't... Okay.
Okay, wait. He's in Two-Face. But not Nicolas Cage.
Not Nicolas Cage.
Not Nicolas Cage. The other guy.
What
What is
is he
his
a
name?
bald guy?
What?
Is he a big bald guy?
Maybe now. He wasn't before.
Kingpin? Are you talking about?
Yeah, I think he played Kingpin, right?
Oh, okay. So Kingpin in Daredevil, the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking to the other guy,
Yeah.
and he's like, how are you going to, succeed where all these other people have failed? How do you catch a guy who doesn't have fear?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I put the fear in him.
Well, it's like you're going to inject him with some... marinate him? Well,
I hate shit like that. It doesn't make sense. Come on, man.
Well,
it's like magic systems that are like...
Yeah. Magic systems, you're saying?
Yeah, that's like bullshit. Like, it's like Harry Potter,
Oh.
you know, it's like when they just they get like a new ability at the end, and
Yeah.
it's what is it,
Or Dragon Ball.
Ex Machina, Deus Machina, something.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, I hate
the
that
MacGuffin.
shit. The MacGuffin. You know, when it's like they just like it's, I don't know, you just make shit happen.
You can't do that being a surgeon, though.
Just be stronger.
Yeah, you can't go into a room by yourself and just like say and come out, I'm a perfect surgeon now.
Yeah.
I could do brain
right?
surgery.
If only that worked in real life, right?
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
No. Oh man, Splayed would be top of the charts, right?
Oh yeah. We just do this like once a week. We're perfect.
Yeah, Deus Machina is like it's like the writer saying "F you" to the audience.
It's
like,
a
I don't even
writer
give a
saying he
fuck.
wants his paycheck quicker.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it is.
That's what it is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Well, they're tied up. There's no way for them to escape.
Yeah.
Let's just give this one Superman powers.
Oh, here comes Jesus.
Here comes it. Yeah.
There you go.
The end.
That's what all those Christian movies end with, is Jesus saves everyone.
Mm-hmm.
See? I remember when Rusty would smoke a Gandalf pipe and just talk about conspiracy theories all day.
Is it a good day to be here on?
Yes.
What kind of a day is it? Good morning.
Am I to be welcomed?
Yes.
Or good morning?
Yes.
I could see you with a Gandalf beard and a pipe.
Dude, I could rock a Gandalf.
Just sitting out there yelling at the kids. It's like a running by.
As they run by on my porch.
Yeah, like, hey! Did you guys know that, this one conspiracy theory about the moon?
Give them all laser guns.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
So you were saying phobia.
Phobia. What are we talking? Shit. Oh yeah, fear. No, we were talking about fear. We want to talk about real fears walking down the street. Let's go back. We're back like 5 conversations ago.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's like a lot of shit to cover. We haven't even started. We're
We're
still talking about
we're just like going
fear
and smoking Gandalf pipes.
and smoking Gandalf pipes.
All right, anyway, so fear.
Jesus, Gandalf.
Did Gandalf have fear?
Yeah, how did Jesus come back to life? I mean, how did Gandalf come back to life?
You just
whatever, it's interchangeable.
There you go.
Is it Jesus based? Was Gandalf's resurrection based on? Because a lot of times when you see resurrection in a story, be it Superman,
yeah,
it's Jesus.
With Gandalf, it was just another MacGuffin. It's like, he fell down and he was falling for eternity. And then it's like, what happened after that? He dies.
Yeah.
And he comes back as Gandalf the White. So
okay. So, yeah, it's just like, by the way, wizard, we were all worried about you, but apparently when you die, you get superpowers.
Yeah.
So we should have just...
You become back as a
offed you in the first episode.
A more powerful wizard. That would be hilarious.
Why don't you lead with that, Gandalf?
They're standing there. He's like, I can come back more powerful when I die. They all just look at him, and he takes his sword.
I want that in a movie.
They all just kind of go.
Bilbo just like
Slowly.
pokes. No, it wouldn't be Bilbo. Well, actually, it might be Bilbo. It'd be one of the.
You mean
who's the mischievous one? The mischievous hobbit.
not Samwise. Samwise was his companion.
Yeah. It's the other
Mr.
one.
Frodo.
Yeah. It's the two guys that they caught.
Pippin.
Pippin.
Yeah, Merry and Pippin.
Pippin just like looks at his sword and just like stabs.
Just slowly inserts it.
That's awesome. This chair.
He's like, now fly us to Mordor.
Fly, Gandalf, fly!
Call those old eagles. Come on, we're going to go.
Gandalf's just like,
You'll come back. Don't worry.
It's okay. You're going to be more powerful.
What are you crying for?
Oh, man. Here's the thing. Do you think Gandalf was afraid?
I think, if he didn't know he was going to come back.
Because I feel like I've heard that like the entire point behind Gandalf is he knew shit. Like that's what his secret power was. He knew how shit was going to lay out.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah. So.
But he kept
quiet. If you have a perfect knowledge, I don't believe you can have fear.
Okay. Because you see everything coming.
Well, I believe it's deeper than that. I believe that fear stems from a lack of knowledge. Like I would actually say that fear and
ignorance
are basically like they're like synonyms, analogs,
that they're connected,
mates.
I would say that, yeah.
Bergens, I don't know. They're tightly coupled together because the idea is that as soon as you understand something, you don't fear it. If I'm in a fight, I'm afraid because I don't know how he's going to move. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't know what he's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You don't.
But if I do, if I understand it, if I've studied him, if I understand his techniques and I understand how to beat him and I'm confident in that, right? Even if I'm wrong, it doesn't really matter if I'm right or not. And that's the important. It doesn't really matter if you're actually in danger. If you don't believe you're in danger because you believe you can react correctly, right?
Okay.
Like picture this. You're facing an alien, like Alien's alien.
Okay, like the Xenomorph.
Like the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Okay. They move so fast. You know nothing about them. You don't know how to kill them.
It's the first time you've seen it,
Yeah. You're going to be fucking petrified with fear.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to move. You don't know how to act because you don't know what is going to help you survive. You're terrified. You're locked up with fear.
Yeah.
Right? But if you had studied the way they moved and understood it, and you knew how they would strike you if you moved a certain way, you could bait them, and you could bait them over and over and over again until you got them into either a compromising situation or you were able to wear them out, or you know what I mean, or get away, right?
Yeah.
The idea being, if you truly understand something, you're not afraid of it.
That you can overcome. That is true, but then your first time seeing that, that something, you're like, oh crap. So you have that two responses, run away or fight, right?
Yeah.
So if you fight...
Or just, you don't have it, sometimes you don't even, it's just...
That
your
is
response
true.
is just like
deer in the headlights.
Yeah, exactly. That's the third response.
The third, okay, that's a new one. Yeah, that would be a new one. It's like the deer in the headlights. You don't know what to do. You freeze up and you get killed. That's instant death.
That's insta death.
Yeah,
especially with a xenomorph, man.
But what if they're not hostile? They look hostile coming up to you, like a like a dog.
They
would
look fucking dangerous.
Oh yeah, but they come up and they just like drop a ball, and they want you to throw it.
And they kick it toward you.
And they kind of look at you and look at the ball.
And you have 3 seconds to throw it back to them, or they will kill your ass out of boredom.
Or the other two from the sides will come in. And they just go,
clever girl.
Clever little alien. They hunt in packs. But that's the thing.
This one killed off all the others.
So the person, let's go back to the person who doesn't want to go outside, right?
Yeah.
His fear is everything out there.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like, I'm
NATO's.
safe. Yeah, NATO's.
Fucking NATO's.
NATO's. And
Hillbilly NATO's.
Down in South Texas.
We should be careful not to mix in actual slurs with our fake slur.
Combining slurs. That's horrible.
Fucking NATO's.
See, now you just did it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to go outside, but he's like, he slowly starts to realize, hey, it's not bad if I go out on my porch. Baby steps.
Yeah.
I'm safe if I go here.
Okay.
I'm safe if I go right there.
Okay.
I'm safe if I go to the store.
Uh-huh.
But then one day, something happens. A firecracker goes off.
Yeah.
He jumps and he's like,
okay.
I don't want to go out anymore.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued right now. I want to know where this story goes.
So he's just hiding in his house, and he's like freaked out at everything.
Okay.
How would you deal with that though? If you're afraid of everything,
I am though.
Yeah.
We talked about this on a prior episode. I'm afraid of Americans.
You're afraid of every American.
I'm terrified of this life. So everything in it. It's all out there to kill you. I woke up, but I didn't when I was a kid. I was super naive, right? And then it's like, Poppy from Trolls,
No.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, when she's going out to like save everybody, you know what I mean?
I've seen parts of it.
And she's like singing, like, what's the song? It's like, you can't get me down, or something like that.
Oh, so she's singing some pop
she's
song.
Super, Poppy, you know?
You're like, hey.
I just barely got her name.
Just barely.
Right there. Okay, I'm glad.
Have you been tortured with that movie a lot?
I like the movie.
You like it?
I'm a Justin Timberlake fan, and a Kendrick.
Oh
yeah, man, they're fucking dope.
I was tortured with Megamind.
I love that movie too, though. Will Ferrell.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Anyway,
yes.
That's a Nade wrestler right there. Okay, so. And then, but she's like, all this stuff is like out there to kill her, and she's just completely oblivious.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like, when I grew up, I was just like super fucking naive, you know what I mean, about everything.
But you experienced a lot of stuff though.
Yeah, well, eventually I saw some shit,
That's the shit that you need to see though.
And then it's like, oh, fuck. This world's a horrible fucking place.
Yeah.
And so,
but still
like
be happy.
The type of shit that like leaves you in shock for like 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? And you're just like emotionally fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you're happy in your ignorance, and you're just like, yeah, I'm having fun. This is great. And then you see that horrible shit. You're like, okay, I'm not having fun anymore. But then you kind of work your way through that though, to say, yeah, I'm kind of having fun. But I got a gun.
But I got exactly. But I got a gun. Yeah. And I train with it 6 hours a day.
And that's what I'm going to use.
That's why like, fucking doing like Muay Thai and like, training and learning how to fucking Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's cut that. But that's why I fucking I'm afraid now, you know what I mean? And so I'm like that guy. Like and it's all about unknowns. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, But it's different from phobias. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Is this fear is like it's like the default. It's like this. It's like the backup plan. It's like plan B fear. You know what I mean? It's like if your body has like a survival strategy, right? And like it has like pre-programmed, rehearsed actions. We talked about the aliens and the freeze up.
Yes.
Right? Well, if one creature doesn't freeze up and just happens to have the right response just intuitively, like their body just, every time they see this particular tail motion, they just kind of tweak this way, you know, or whatever. And for whatever reason, they survive. Well, you know, xenomorphs come in, they invade, right? Mm-hmm. That fucking troll has a baby, and that baby runs into the xenomorph, right?
Yeah.
And same thing, you know, it has that twitch, you know what I mean? It survives, right? And so the thing is that pattern recognition gets even stronger, and that response gets even stronger because every time someone does it correctly in the right situations, they win. And you get these evolved memories that are actually pre-programmed structures in your mind.
Of course. I mean, we were, when we were born, we see a stick, right?
Right.
And when automatically our brain's like, snake.
Yeah.
But we're like, no, wait, look at it closer, you know?
Yeah.
It's a stick.
It's better off at that age to assume it's a snake and get the fuck out. Same with spiders. I've heard that like infants who don't even know how to like move their fucking legs and arms yet, right? They couldn't possibly know what a spider is, you know, in the blur of swirl of colors and shapes around them that they don't even know how to make sense of yet, right? They understand what a spider is, and they understand they need to cry.
The shape of it. And what do we do as adults? You know, we hang a thing that hangs over them that kind of looks like a shape of a spider.
Yeah, because we're fucking dumb and we don't understand how evolution works.
Exactly. So we're just like, look,
child.
Spider.
Look, spider. Spider.
I know people who have...
Might as well hang a xenomorph over your bed, you know?
Maybe we should do that for the future. We'll just do like wallpapering xenomorphs in the nursery.
They're like little kids. Yeah, it's great. Or even adults, you know, just like go to bed, you got a xenomorph swinging back and forth on a string.
You know those stars you put up on the ceiling that glow in the dark? Xenomorphs. But I know people who have like arachnophobia and like...
I think we all do, honestly, unless you're like broken. Like some people don't, and they're probably broken.
I was sharing one of my fears.
Okay.
I went to a dam one time.
Oh,
and I was really high up.
Yeah.
And you know how they have the spillway for emergencies to let water out?
Okay.
So I'm up high, looking down at rushing water, just shooting into the river. And I was just like, oh, that's not good. You know?
I could die here.
Yeah, right? I was like, if I was in the water, get sucked down through the tube, and then shot out into the river, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it. And that was my irrational fear. And I was like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So I don't like that.
Whereas like if you were a surfer, you'd be like, I wonder how I could get down there.
I could get up on the side and then jump down and go, whoop. The surfboard goes flying. But
there may be something about height too, right? That's like a built-in fear.
I think heights as well, yeah.
Height.
Do you have a word for height?
Yeah, heights. I have a phobia of wolves.
Wolves? But you like wolves. You like dogs.
Yeah. But I'm afraid of when they bite you. You know? No, not really. Have you seen that movie with the Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I've seen clips. I haven't watched it all the way.
Okay, well then, you don't get what I'm talking about. Welcome to the jungle. Okay.
That's someone's phobia. Music.
Airbenders. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about airbenders.
From Last Airbender?
Airbenders.
I'm a dough bender.
Okay. Are you a firebender?
No, I'm a dough bender. Pastries, waffles.
Oh, is that like an actual thing in the show?
Not really. I just made that up.
Do you know about this? Did you watch The Last Airbender?
I watched the last one. I didn't like the movie. The cartoon was okay.
Okay.
But yeah, they're like, hey, we got these element guys who can control different elements. And then there's that one special one, you know, who can...
Yeah, he
doesn't care.
he can do anything, right?
Yeah. Water, electricity, the garages.
This relates to phobia. Okay.
How's it? All right.
No, I'm going to say that. And then because I said this relates to phobia.
It will.
So we talk about phobias as being like ingrained in you. Dude, I thought that would be like more interesting to talk about, but I'm like bored now of phobias. I have all these other notes here, like all this shit like...
That you went through?
Blah, blah, blah. Phobia. Johnny Depp. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Fear is fear.
Yeah. We all have an inherent fear of water, and what I was going to say about that is that like, I think there's a reason why we all have this inherent like fear of like large bodies of water, not just regular water. It's weird.
Ocean, open ocean.
Because water you crave water, but I think open ocean people have a phobia of, and I think the reason really comes down to Johnny Depp. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like a million years ago, Johnny Depp was running around on boats.
Oh, and Pirates.
In Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, fuck you, Johnny Depp.
Fuck you, Johnny Depp. And then, as he went by in his boat, fuck you, Johnny.
And then he'd like shoot everyone with his black pearl. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you opened fire on him.
Yeah. So now we have a phobia of Johnny Depp. That was my point there. Mm-hmm. Honestly, though, that is interesting. That I think it's contradictory, right? People are afraid of water.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of water? Like large bodies of water?
No.
Are you afraid to get wet?
No. Interesting thing is like people would tell me their fears about like open ocean diving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never been open ocean. I've never really been to like. I've seen the ocean.
Yeah.
But I've never been like out in a boat or anything like that. Now. They kind of transferred their fear into me because I got to start thinking.
Put the fear in him.
That's what they did. They kind of just said, "Here, think about this."
That's an interesting thing, dude. Oh, okay, wait. Sorry. Finish your thought there because I got real excited.
No. They're just like, "Here, have this fear. This is for you now.
Take this."
Yeah, and you're like,
so now you're afraid of the open water because they're talked about it and they're like,
yeah,
you could die.
And you're like,
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, you know, there's death out there, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
I thought there was tuna.
And then they held you under the water, and they're like, see,
you can die.
You could die. And they pull you up. You're like an inch from your life. And like, are you afraid now?
They're interrogating me. They just put me in the bathtub and waterboard me. And they're like, are you afraid of the water now? I am now. You jerk.
The woods, man.
Yeah. Oh,
this is interesting to me. There's supposedly a phobia of trees.
Yes, like large forests.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering. Is it like a phobia of like one tree? Because here's the thing: is I find this interesting because much like water, trees were a place of safety for us when we had tails and we would swing through them.
Yeah.
Frolic about, right? Hoo hoo, ha ha ha. You know what I mean?
When we were the monkey.
Right.
Okay, so you were saying woods. When we were in the woods. We saw that as our home, our protection.
Yeah, the woods was protection. It was safety from danger, right? And so I find that interesting that we would have a fear of trees.
Well, now we live in cities. The cities are our safety here. It's the woods that everything bad will happen, right?
Yeah.
But then,
how long do you think it took for that to set in to us as like culturally to become afraid of the woods?
I think like early turn of century England.
Okay.
Because it was more industrialized. People coming into the cities.
I wonder how long it takes to encode like genetic memory, like genetic predisposition to fear. And I'm not saying that we do have a predisposition to fear.
No.
But I'm wondering if 200 years, 300, 400 years, right? Actually, I mean, if you think about it, it's been thousands if you count like, Roman cities, right?
Exactly.
And stuff like that. Or the Mayan 10,000 years, or whatever, 40,000 years.
But our fear, or what we consider scary, because you look at scary movies, like Friday the 13th, Woods, Jason, he gets you in your sleep. Chucky, he's a doll.
Dude, they're fucking creepy, man.
Yeah.
Why do they make dolls, man? They're just fucked up. You know what I mean?
They just do.
I don't know. Anyway.
But, so in the future, what if we're afraid of, like, Earth, because we live on Mars?
Yeah, interesting.
Earth is like our horror escape.
Yeah.
So the visitors from Mars.
Just uncontrolled, yeah.
Elon Musk got his way.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Elon Musk? He tweeted about Neuralink. He was saying like they could cure depression.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of freaky because if you think about it, in a way, they're sort of changing you.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way, and so I mean, it's cool tech, but it's crazy, man.
Isn't like electrotherapy?
Yeah, well, not really. It augments your brain. It actually replaces your brain circuits.
Oh wow.
Well, or augments them. I don't know if that necessarily replaces them, but
that's like the next step in electrical therapy.
Yeah, it's like because electrotherapy is like we're just gonna randomly electrocute you,
exactly,
and hope that something good comes out of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you keep screaming? I wonder why.
Yeah. So this is actually like it becomes an extension of your brain. Your brain actually gets new matter.
How long till we can just replace the brain, the nervous system, and the autoimmune system?
Yeah, the autoimmune system is so the brain, nervous system, and so brain we're looking at within 100 years. Like,
okay.
Like we can, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised. So we're going to be able to augment the brain probably within 10 to 20 years. We'll probably be able to replicate it digitally in a similar amount of time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So 10 to 20 years where we could like digitally produce the equivalent of your brain, but we wouldn't necessarily be able to copy your brain.
Okay, so we'd have the network or the roadmap for it, but it wouldn't have a consciousness.
What would?
Well, I mean, if you programmed it in.
Yeah.
But you can't transfer someone else. Like,
yeah, you have the issue with someone else is you gotta have a perfect representation of the current state.
Yeah.
And that means you have to have sensors on like every neuron, right, in the brain that can detect exactly its state at a given point in time. Then you can record that. And then once you record that, then you shut that one off and you start this one up.
You're talking about Avatar then, yeah.
Yeah. Elon Musk was talking about this with Joe Rogan, I think. The idea that, you know, you could take snapshots of yourself every so often, like a backup. You know what I mean?
And just upload that.
Yeah. But then what happens if your life is lost is they go, what if they resurrected two versions of yourself? Like one from like 10 years ago and one from like yesterday. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't have my fear of Wicker anymore. Great.
And then you guys could like be resurrected and have a common Wicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicker furniture.
Yeah. I have a phobia of that shit, dude.
I don't like it.
Anyway, you guys should have a conversation. You know what I mean?
So anyway, we were talking about fear and then what scares us now. What else do we have? Are you done with fear?
No, I did have more to talk about fear.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Wait, did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying, recapping, just going over.
I'm just going to give you some time here.
I'm letting my brain back up, so you go ahead. Don't mind me. I'm updating.
I'm just going to listen to what you got to say.
I'm over here going, Colonel 101990, updating back from 3449.
One thing I noticed, dude, in some of the earlier podcasts is you know, I get very selfish with the conversation. So feel free to be like, fuck you.
No.
Take the mic away.
Just reach over, grab.
Yeah, I just like to talk. I don't get to talk much. I'm a software engineer. So,
yeah. Well, you're talking to the computer.
Yeah, well.
You're like one,
no,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling it what to do via the keyboard.
So when I get a chance to talk to someone, it's like, I'm just like, blah, 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 blah.
Me.
Yeah, me. It's all about me. Terra birds.
Oh, terror.
Terra birds. So what I think is interesting. Birds, actually, specifically, supposedly Scarlett Johansson is afraid of birds. I call bullshit. I don't think anyone in the world is afraid of birds. That's the one thing. That's like the universal. Like for some reason, birds we just find like intrinsically safe. I don't know why. Which is interesting because birds are predatorial. Raptors.
Yeah, predecessor to the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, or what's the opposite of predecessor? Ancestor?
Just yes.
Anyway, they
the prototype for the dinosaurs.
Yeah, the birds are the prototype for the dinosaurs. So because like there used to be terra birds like 40,000 years ago or whatever, like it wasn't just lions and tigers and jaguars and NATOs.
Yeah, NATOs.
You had to worry about
the prehistoric NATO. Oh my god!
Wrangle that NATO.
It's got little spikes on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
but birds, yes, they were an apex predator.
There was birds, yeah, they were apex predators. They were big. They were like ostrich sized, but with like vicious beaks and clawed toes and strong, and they would run you down and they would fucking eat you. Supposedly they found human remains in a terror bird cave. So supposedly they would actually like hunt us. But what was fucked up about that is apparently they were like bone collecting us. It was very much like Predator-esque. You know what I mean? The way that they were fucking going after us.
Put that there.
Yes, put that. You can just pick it up. I mean, birds are really fucking smart, which is crazy. Like, I almost wonder, like, if we hadn't evolved the way that we did, would the terror birds, were they on a level, like, were they on the verge of becoming what we became?
Not us, I would say. I'd say the most intellectually equivalent. Mm-hmm. If we didn't go up and we died out, it would be squid.
Squid are
Yeah.
Something about being dexterous, having lots of arms.
Exactly.
It just like demands an adaptive intellect.
And they evolve. If they imagine them evolving to come on land, and then they start swinging through the trees, and like the terror birds are flying over, and they just reach up and grab them.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The what is it? These cephalopods would have been. But definitely, they're probably the prime candidate because they would have been able to build tools. They do build tools.
Yeah. Let's say that both the birds. Well, the birds survive. We both die. Squids and us.
Yeah.
So the birds, imagine how that would be.
I think they were, because a lot of birds they were saying, by the way, that creatures, I read this somewhere, I don't know where, so I'm sorry, but creatures that understand math really well, that can do counting like exercises, some birds can, actually understand more human language than we're aware of.
Oh, okay.
So think about this though, if you're terra birds, think about it like a primordial human, like an ape. He doesn't understand the emotional intelligence he's just been granted with, right? He's trying to figure out the world out, trying to figure out life and death, you know what I mean? And starts like, when people die, he's to mourn them, he like starts taking their skulls and putting them up, like, and think about that, like what if these terra birds were actually like primordial intelligence
that they would honor their dead, or whoever they killed.
Yeah. And they would like keep them like trophies. Just sort of this sort of weird experimental thing that's happening as sort of the brain is in the infancy of a more advanced species, right? Starting to develop, starting to be aware of abstract thoughts like life and death, and starting to play with life and death.
Well, you get predator pretty much.
Yeah.
Because in the predator culture, they value, if you die in combat, like the orcs or something like that, they're like, you're on honor, you know? But if you kill something that's more powerful than you, then that's like the highest honor. You know, you take their skull, you put it on a rack, and you display it. And I guess in their culture, they consider if you use predator technology, you're weaker. So if the predator uses his cannon to kill something, that's not a good kill.
That's not a clean kill, right?
Yeah.
It's like
if he uses his blades, a little bit better. If he uses his bare hands, perfect.
Yeah.
You know? And they pit each other against like fighting each other. So imagine predator with wings and like bird, you know, attributes. That would be awesome.
We gotta draw this up. Here's the thing is but what's interesting is I think it's more about creativity. So as minds become more advanced, they become more creative. That's how they learn. Creativity, some of the best learning algorithms out there now that don't require human supervision are the ones that are creative. They're allowed to be creative, right? Yeah. And so they're allowed to, they're not creative, curious.
That
curiosity. They they want to explore the space. Yeah.
Isn't that a human emotion?
Yeah. Well, it's integral to anything that needs to learn on its own, because you have to have this desire to play with things. So imagine us humans when we were apes and we were just starting to develop really intense cognitive capabilities. Imagine as curiosity first started to bloom in our minds, what did we do with life and death in terms of curiosity? Imagine playing with life and death to learn about life and death. Imagine playing with brutality, and then you go back to the Mayans and it starts to make sense, dude. We were playing with life and death. We were trying to figure it out.
I mean, gladiatorial fights, life and death, the Egyptians making big tombs and everything like that. But
and then think of a terror bird doing the same thing. It's playing. It's playing with your life. It's not even killing you just to eat you. It's just killing you for play.
It is just
so that it can like figure out what that means.
Yeah.
You know?
All the other animals are doing it for food or survival.
Right.
They're just playing around.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
When something starts playing with you, then it's dangerous because then it's becoming more intelligent. You know what I mean?
So as they evolve and they get up to more of, let's say today's standards, would there be like hipster bird pterodactyls? And
they would have quaffs.
Yeah,
you know? They already have that now. Like, you have hipster birds now.
Oh yeah. Just a little ascot and a cigarette. He's got a little scarf on. He's like a little beard.
I want an ascot.
Bird with a cigarette.
Dude, I heard this. Okay, don't quote me. I don't know if this is true. I heard that cigarette smoking. I was listening to this British podcast. What was it called?
British podcast.
I want to link to it. If I can remember it, I'll put a link to it. Maybe if I have the energy.
You can figure it out.
It's a British podcast, and they're saying that smoking supposedly, legitimately helps protect you from coronavirus. Here's the thing. Supposedly the thing about coronavirus that kills you is your own immune system attacking it. So I wonder if it's like smoking inhibits your own immune system in some way, or like oversaturates it so that you don't get the cytosine storm or whatever. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. I don't know if it's actually true. Do your own research on that one, because I just want to, it's an interesting thought.
Well, I read that the steroids that they use for people with MS like me have showing good effects with coronavirus.
That makes sense. Because this is doing the same thing. You're solving an autoimmune situation. Yeah. Right? It's the exact same thing.
So if it is an autoimmune disease that is linked to that, then
it's the autoimmune that kills you. That's like your virus is able to cope with the disease.
Yeah.
The issue is that it triggers such a strong immune response that your own immune system kills you.
It's the World War Z theory. It's like you get a deadly disease so the zombie disease doesn't kill you anymore, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You never saw that movie?
I did see it. I liked that movie. I gotta see it again.
They were like, we just need to get an infectious disease that doesn't kill us. So they go get like a measles that.
I don't remember this at all. I don't remember that part of the movie. I just remember zombies and Brad Pitt. That's all I remember.
I remember Brad Pitt for like a flash,
and
then some zombies, and then Brad Pitt, and then some about Scientology. And I was like, what the hell?
I don't know, man. I don't remember. But it's interesting, because that's really, really interesting, is that people who might be taking autoimmune medication may actually, or immune suppressors, may actually be better off. I don't know. I don't know this. This is speculation. This is all fucking speculation.
I could be a test candidate myself, but
crazy. But I don't. Yeah. Fucking crazy, man. So, claustrophobia is another one. Right, going back to topic here for a moment. Claustrophobia.
Oh, small spaces.
Small spaces. Right. Obviously.
Are you afraid of them?
I am. I'm afraid of masks.
Oh, have you ever done an MRI?
No.
Okay, that would
freak
really
me out.
Yeah,
I couldn't handle it, dude.
I've had 7.
Really?
And I'm a frequent flyer on MRIs.
Jeez,
but I'm so big, I can't get through like the standard MRI.
Oh, really? Do they have like a special, like how do they facilitate that?
They have a slightly bigger one, but it is very cramped.
Yeah, so dude, I didn't even think about that.
Going in, I'm like this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And they're doing like my brain, the spine, everything.
Dude, they gotta have bigger beds, man. They can't have you like,
stuff
you in there. I don't know.
They keep showing like technology of the future, like, oh look, here's a whole handheld MRI. So anyway, you were saying.
Megan Fox is afraid of Michael Bay.
That is a solid truth, and I will go to court on that.
Supposedly Oprah Winfrey. Sorry, Oprah. Supposedly Oprah Winfrey is afraid of gum.
Chewing gum.
And I was like, is she afraid of like other people chewing gum, or like gum monsters or something?
Or just having gum in her mouth.
Yeah, or is it just like
a weird...
anyway.
That's... Okay.
A lot of people are supposedly afraid of dolphins, which I think is legit. Dolphins will fuck you up.
Yeah.
They're brutal, man.
Have you heard about them dragging tourists
really
underwater to join them?
Oh,
yeah. It's like,
Hey,
we're doing one of our dolphin orgies.
Yeah.
And we want to
ski party.
Spice it up. You're like, oh, look at the dolphin. It needs help.
Yeah.
Or that's how they get rid of their bad dolphins, Because dolphins will theoretically beach themselves out of a pod.
Really? How come? Yeah. What causes that?
Either they're sick, not doing well within the pod, like they're the outcasts.
Okay.
What if they're the prisoners? They committed dolphin robbery. Or dolphin murder or something.
Whatever it is.
And they get thrown on the beach.
Yeah. And they just chase you onto the beach.
Just come flying at you. Whoops.
Everything, is that still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still good.
All right, everything's good.
But they come running after you,
Okay. Can we fuse all of our graveyard satellites into an orbital ring?
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this camera thing that we have to keep dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Did you know why that is? It's because, so cameras, DSLRs apparently shut off after like 30 minutes. And it's because if they go longer than that, they are classified by the EU as a fucking camcorder. Even though they can do that, they can go longer. They can go just as long as this cheap camcorder that I have here. I have this much higher quality, but still inexpensive. Anyway, I have this other camera over here, and it's a DSLR. It's for still frames, but it's got a much better quality lens on it. I want to use it for video. It does video, but they have to put an artificial limit on there because we've got to protect big cable.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid YouTubers put on content that's more interesting than big cable.
Yeah, what if you want to record 10 hours of nature, right?
Who wants fucking competition in the cable space?
Oh my God,
protect
no.
the cable companies. Yeah, exactly.
Cartoon Network's got to get their money.
So you got to pay more money if you want something that can take high quality photos and
record longer.
It's fucking stupid. So corruption, right? Fucking...
Yeah, the CEOs.
That's just all about corruption. Dude, I'm so pumped about SpaceX's Starship progress. Have you seen that lately?
I haven't. What's going on?
Dude, fucking crazy. They're building them like crazy. You know what? I don't got much to say there. I'm gonna probably cut that part because I don't have much there.
They're just building them. How about that?
They're just building them. We love them. That's it, man. That's all I had. Let's talk about... You had some topics, so I'm gonna put my notes down.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my notes down here. We're gonna put my notes down.
Just around. Yeah. Hold it. And I said, all right.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. We're back on Splayed.
Yep. A little break.
Splayed. So Adam, I finished my topics. I was thinking we'd go into some of your topics. I know you had some. Mm-hmm. I'm not prepared for them, so it's great.
And I don't have.
I like this, you know. And then I wanted to go into maybe some just some random bullshit hour. You know what I'm talking about?
Back and forth.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I think mine was like airline entertainment when you're flying.
Okay, airline entertainment. This is going to be some seriously interesting, juicy shit.
I haven't been
right
on
here.
a plane since like early 2007. So.
Okay.
But what do you like to do when you get on an airplane? Besides harass the TSA.
Master. No, I what the fuck do I do on a plane, dude? I hate planes so bad, dude. Mm-hmm. And which is ironic because I was going to be a pilot. I was training to be a pilot. But I'm so glad. I just you're cramped up. You know, I have a claustrophobia. That's ultimately why I decided against it. I did not want to be locked in a cockpit for ever. I like to do. No, there's nothing I like to do. I don't know, music, videos, just whatever the hell. Podcasts I would probably like, honestly. Mm-hmm. Now that I know about podcasts from doing one, I've started sampling a lot of other podcasts out there to kind of get an idea of what's awesome, and there's some really cool stuff, and I'm starting to find that I enjoy them, you know. But I didn't actually listen to that many other than maybe a couple of Joe Rogan episodes before we started this podcast. And so there's some really good shit out there, and it's really interesting to listen to. And I think that if I were going to take a flight now, I'd probably just like download some podcasts.
Yeah. That's the thing, because a lot of people will just come up and they're like, hey, I got my laptop, I got my, my phone. Yeah. I'll just load it up with movies or whatever and watch that. Now, the entertainment that they provide for you on the little screen on the back of the seat or whatever, so the company I used to work for went under, so I can actually talk about stuff now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. We can talk smack on them, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say some stuff about my company, but I can't.
You can't yet.
I can't yet. Someday. You know what I mean?
But anyway,
someday.
So now that I'm able to talk, it's, you know how you get like one or two good movies?
Yeah.
They're like the new releases, right?
Okay.
So when I was working for them, it was like Marvel's Avengers.
Okay.
Black Panther.
All right.
And how much the cost to license those was $5,000 each.
To license it for like a flight, for like one flight?
No, for multiple flights.
Okay. So how long was it, a duration-based thing?
Not really. It was more like how many views it actually got per flight. Think of it.
Okay, all right. So how many people were on the flights, and then it was 5,000. Then was there an extra like royalty per view?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is it 5,000 was like the base price?
Yeah.
Right? It's like
that we would pay to license it.
Okay.
And then they would say, "Oh, yeah, we want more." So you're looking at other movies, and what they usually put on there is like, "Throw Mama from the Train" or something like that, and it's all in subtitled, stuff we never really needed, or Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
And those movies to license were like $5 each,
Okay.
and it was really weird.
That's interesting. I wonder if we could license content. You know what I mean?
You probably could,
to play in the background of Splayed.
Oh, by the way,
Pacific Rim.
Batman.
Yeah. Just have Batman. Or some really bad movie, like Justice League or something. Just throw it up in the back.
You just pay the royalties.
Just pay the royalty. Yeah. I don't know. Not that we're making a dime off the episodes right now, so that's kind of an issue. But
we could if we did that.
Then again, there wouldn't be any viewers. So if I'm paying by view count, you know what I mean? It's like,
true.
You pay 1 penny. But yeah,
I just found it interesting. It was like, we're paying this much and we're not making enough back, That's kind of why they went under, but.
All right. What else you got, man? The coffee's not working yet. Yeah, starting to hit me. Go. You had another topic. So wait, it was about airline stuff to watch on the airlines. So podcasts.
Yeah.
Answer to the question is watch Splayed.
Yeah, you would watch Splayed.
Mm-hmm.
Go into like wherever you're going.
Yeah, go to Splayed.
I would load up as much movies as I could. It would be my own entertainment over what they're providing.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the thing. You can solve that now. You can bring your own shit, which is awesome. Thank God for that. Okay, go ahead. What else did you want to talk about? What else, Adam? Because I don't know, unless you want to explore the space some more, but I feel like there's only so much that you can talk about being on an airplane before it feels like you're on
before you're actually on an airplane.
Yeah.
I would say let's advance it. Let's make like those Oculus Rifts.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped for it. They got thinner ones they're working on.
Yeah.
Like glasses.
Those ones that you get for in the airlines, the little night things to cover your eyes, but it's an Oculus Rift.
Fucking think about that. Here's one thing to think about though: is motion sickness will be off the fucking chart. So that's something to consider about. So Oculus Rift already by itself, if you're playing a game that has like lateral motion, dude, it will.
And then the turbulence.
You over. But then if you add turbulence. You're wrecked. Now, if you're playing an Oculus experience that's stationary, so where you can move your head and that's 1-to-1 and that's all working, but then you get in an airplane, it's still going to be bad. If you get turbulence, you're going to want to take those off. Yeah. But if there's no acceleration, you could use it. It's just that if there's any turbulence, you're going to be like wrecked.
I think what you're saying, it makes a lot of sense because you're just like, it's not really on par unless you're just like taken out of the whole experience of being in a claustrophobic area, right?
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. It's just, oh man. Yeah.
I know. It's a conundrum, but.
So, that's going to be cool. What else, man? What else is in the future for us? Anything new in the future? Adam?
I noticed that those soft drink places, Swig, Sodalicious.
Yeah.
They're coming up pretty popular.
Which is horrible. Like, I'd rather drink a beer than that sugary, syrupy shit that they're
Do you want to do like a pop-up beer coffee thing?
Yeah, dude. I fucking would.
Mix coffee and beer together.
So would have coffee and beer place.
Call it the Flying Wombat. Just come up with wacky names for your drinks.
Yeah.
The glass bottom boat ride.
Flamboyant Botox.
It's on with lit on fire.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
The rusty bum.
The rusty bottoms. All right.
What else you got?
That was it. Did you have anything else?
No, we can go
to another one.
No.
I have one more topic.
Now that I remember, just those two.
Okay.
They were quick.
Is there anything else that we can talk about? Let's just bullshit for a little bit. See if we got anything. I mean, we're kind of been bullshitting, but
we were bullshitting.
Bullshit.
Back to the Egyptian thing.
Oh.
When CEOs die, they get buried in giant pyramids.
Yeah, I think we're talking about like if Jeff Bezos was ever to like be buried, like they would like bury him with all his yachts. You know what I mean? And like
Amazon employees,
50,000 Amazon employees
holding packages. Like the Emperor. No, what was the Emperor of China? That one.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I know that we're talking about the Terracotta Warriors.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I don't remember the name of the Emperor. Do you know?
I don't remember.
We'll figure it out.
No.
We'll talk about it on the future of Splayed. I don't know, man. I'm coming up dry here. Coming up dry.
So your fears are tight spaces.
Yeah. Tight underwear.
Tight underwear. You just see a package of briefs and you fall to the floor.
Yeah,
and you're like, get it away.
Start screaming. You know.
You can't go back to Kohl's anymore.
Yeah. No, they won't let me. They won't let me in.
Just kick it to the display.
Sir, you can't shop here anymore.
Just
let me in. I can handle it. Okay.
I need to overcome it.
Yeah.
These tight underwear.
I want to push it a little bit harder because sometimes we find the best juice when we're all out of ideas.
Yeah, when we don't have anything else to go off of.
Yeah, but I'm gotta admit I don't think I seeded the problem space very well this time. I'm fucking dry.
Anything
bone dry. Oh, Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this in the news. I was watching this podcast called Juicy.
Really?
Yeah, it's like pop culture, and yeah, it's super feminine.
Oh, okay.
I was excited about it though.
I was clapping my knees together and I was like, yeah.
She's talking about Will Smith and being in an open relationship with, is it Jada? Is that her name?
Jada Smith?
Is that his girl's wife's
I don't know his
partner's
wife.
name?
I know his son is Jaden.
Yeah, I know his son is Jaden.
Yeah.
Right?
He made terrible shows.
Well, I don't know, man. He's a kid, man. I didn't know how to act when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, with Will Smith, he didn't grow up with a father figure that would actually answer him. It's like, Jaden, what'd you do? And he's like, I did a show. And he's like, ha-ha! That you just laugh at him. You never saw him do that?
No.
Will Smith, he just answer everything with, ha-ha!
I like that.
You like that?
That's gonna be my new tagline on Splayed. I don't know, man. I'm a Will Smith fan. I'm like a legit fan of Will Smith. I don't know.
I mean,
why.
he's a alright guy.
Yeah.
He's like the neutral celebrity.
Is that why? I don't know. I just love Independence Day and whatever else he's in.
I love Independence Day and that other thing.
I do not love Independence Day 2, dude.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was fucking horrible. That's what happens when other countries who shall not be named try to bankroll and buy out.
Is it
Hollywood
more of a
companies.
Michael Bay kind of situation again?
It's similar. Fucking Independence Day 2, man. Let's just not write anything and we'll just blow shit up.
That was their main goal, right?
It was very Michael Bay-esque, actually. It was the same idea. It's like, let's just get a couple of tough guys, a couple of hot girls, and we'll fly them around in spaceships and
movie.
And it was another one of those Deus Ex Machina type moments. Like, we're down, we're losing, right?
Better pull the ending out of my ass.
Like, just fly faster and shoot harder. You know what I mean? Like, okay. I like the actual Independence Day. They have...
Well, that was the first one of it, because during that time, it was the summer blockbuster movie trend. Independence Day, Armageddon.
Yeah.
And we had never seen this type of movie before.
Right.
So until we get a new type of genre that wows us again, we're never going to have that experience yet.
Well, but they wrote their way out of it well. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he actually had to be clever to solve it. He actually had to use what he knew and apply it. Now, whether or not you believe we could actually send a virus to an alien spaceship doesn't matter. It's believable enough for the movie, and it was seeded throughout the movie that he was this type of a guy.
It's a believable MacGuffin because it's like saying, hey, it's a virus. I kind of know their their technological.
I'm a networking engineer. I've somehow been able to decipher a code, you know what I mean, that allows me to program against them, right? Whatever.
The aliens have Type C. We have Type B USB. It won't work. We haven't figured it out yet.
they go to plug in. We're going to dock.
It's not working. Turn it around. Oh.
Exactly.
But it had
flip the ship upside.
Flip it up in the dock.
It's a unidirectional docking system.
I got it.
I know this. It's a Linux system.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
What is she? I know this. This is Linux
system.
The other kid should have just looked at her like,
But at least, again, they seeded it. She's a quote-unquote hacker.
Yeah.
Right? Navigating a three-dimensional...
Just because you went on 4chan once doesn't mean you're a hacker.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I like the movie. I like Jurassic Park.
But I like what you're saying, though. It's like they gave you kind of believable aspects to finish the movie.
Right.
Other than just, here we go.
The characters' strengths were established.
Yeah.
Right? At the beginning of early in the show, and they used those strengths to solve the problem.
Yeah.
They weren't given new strengths. Right?
Yeah. Or, what was it? Movies that just do the Scooby-Doo thing.
Okay.
You know, they're like, oh, no, you know, like horror movies kind of do it. Oh, no, the villain's coming for us. Oh, it was really this other person this whole time, you know?
They just kind of throw out the first 90% of the movie.
The guy got shot, right?
Disregard all this other shit and say, oh, no, this is actually what happened. And that's why it works. No, that doesn't. You just, why did I even watch it? You know what I mean? Why were we even here? Waste my time.
Wasting my time, my money.
My money. Why are you guys still watching this episode? What the fuck are we here for?
We're wasting their time. We want the money.
Yeah. But stay tuned, you know?
Stay tuned.
Oh, I was thinking we could do like meditations at the beginning of Splayed normally. We didn't do it this time, but I normally try to open with like a, hey, what up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Splayed. It's Splayed time. And I try to do it like super chill. And the reason is like when we first started doing Splayed, we would open up like, Splayed! You know what I mean? We'd come in super loud.
Yeah.
And it was obnoxious, I think, a little bit off-putting for someone who's trying to come to your channel for the first time. So what I would like to do, ladies and gentlemen, going forward is offer kind of a meditation, right? Like a peaceful intro.
Okay.
But it's something like, I don't know, like me and you can meditate together. We just...
Just something chill. Or, you know, get some royalty-free music.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's something like peaceful.
Okay.
I have a guy that I want to get to do some music for the show, but I don't know exactly what I want him to do yet. You know what I mean? It's weird with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, do I put it in the background constantly? Does that interfere? Is that useful? Is it not helpful?
How would all right, here's a question for the audience.
Yeah.
You know, how would you like to be welcomed into Splayed? Like you're walking into a bar, walking into a friend's house?
I didn't even think about that. Like walking into a bar, man, just like activity going on, conversation, right? Fucking music, people, conversation, beer. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. He's up for that.
Yeah, that's my answer. I'm answering for you. It's like walking into a bar.
So we need to find some
I don't know
ambient
what that
noise.
means. Yeah, ambient noise, you know?
We're
But
walking
like,
into the forest.
and by ambient noise, I mean we just got to get a bunch of drunk people.
We just go into a bar and like, don't mind us. Going up to the mic.
Yeah.
Dipping it in the beer.
I like that. That's how I want Splayed to be, man. It's just like walking into a bar. Right?
Yeah.
That's how it should be. That's what Splayed is.
Okay, walking
into a bar. You know,
and the bartender going, "Get the hell out!"
Seriously, that's the new brand, man. That's fucking like Splayed is walking into a bar.
Okay,
having a good time with your friends. That's what I want Splayed to be.
They go up to the counter, throw down $1, and get a beer that has like saw blade on it. And you're like, all right, and you take your fedora off.
Because
we're in the 1920s for some reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, it's been a hard day as a detective in Provo.
In Provo.
I don't know what I'm doing here in Provo.
Walking down the streets of Provo again. Crime.
It's non-existent.
It's non-existent. It's too quiet.
So I had to make my own crime.
And then solve it.
Yeah.
I walk the streets and solve the crimes I start.
I am the derailer.
Mix it up.
That's our new character. He's like the crime stopper.
There's a lot of crime in Provo, though. I mean, there's some serious shit going on in Provo. Provo is not as
friendly
as you think it is.
Those protests, yeah.
Anyway, the protests, yeah. Well, okay, wait, but let's be careful about the protests. I do want to show the protests some respect. You know what I mean? So I understand why they're happening. I don't know what to do about that.
I don't know about guys with guns and the protests and everything.
I almost feel like you have to have guns at the protests, though.
Just armed protesters?
Are you talking about the anti-protester protesters?
No, they were
like the guy that had a bow.
That was an
anti-protesters.
Yeah. But there was another guy in Provo who was part of the protests who just brought guns. So 2 of them.
I almost feel like you have to bring guns.
As a protester?
Nowadays, right? Otherwise, apparently they'll walk over you with their horse.
Again, I'm like, there's peaceful protest, yes. And then there's abuse of power.
You shouldn't pull your gun out and point it at someone.
No, which
but
they
it should
did.
be there.
And they shot people.
What?
Yeah.
In Provo?
You didn't hear that?
No. What the fuck?
So the protester, they were blocking the road.
Yeah.
And one of the protesters pulled out his gun and shot a 75-year-old in the arm as he tried to drive away.
Okay, was he like ramming the protesters? Because that's been happening a lot. People like driving their cars into protesters.
Well, the protesters...
It's surprising how... Sorry, but I have people on Facebook too that I know that are... People that I know who are like saying it's okay to drive into like, no, I'm sorry. You're fucking wrong if you're the one who's in favor of driving into protesters.
Yeah, that is wrong.
You're
also.
the wrong one. Okay, you're on the wrong side of that. Okay,
but when
I don't care what they're doing. I don't care how late you are for work, right, or whatever the fuck. Take a different road. You know what I mean? Leave, go home, call into work, whatever you got to do, right? Like, you don't drive through people. Period. End of story. You know what I mean? Like, just stupid.
Well, these protesters were running up to cars, jumping on them, and yelling, and trying to get them to either... I don't know what they were trying to do. They were just jumping on cars. And then one guy is like, big white SUV. He's like got all these protesters on his hood, pulls out a weapon, fires into the window of this guy who's just trying to, get by, and hits him in the arm. Doesn't, critically hurt him, but hurts him. And then the guy getting shot at presses on the gas. Of course you would, right?
Right.
So he
just got shot.
Yeah, he's tearing ass out of there. And they're like, look, he's running over people. It's like, no, he was just shot. Right?
I don't even know, man. It's so fucked up now that I don't even...
There's no rhyme or reason, right?
I mean, I'd have to look at that scenario and see exactly what happened, but I don't even want to. Yeah, it's like, fuck. The world, that's what I'm talking about. We're all fucking animals, man. There's like a thin fucking veil illusion of society, right? But at the end of the day, we're all just fucking animals, man.
We need to go back out in the woods.
Yeah, maybe.
And get afraid of snakes.
You gotta go back to the trees, man. It was better when we were in the trees.
With the snakes.
Some people think even the trees were a bad idea.
Like, invention?
Hitchhiker's Guide, man. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
For a minute there, I was like confused. I was like, who invented the... Wait a minute, what? Yes, now I get it.
All right, man. Yeah. I don't know if I want to leave on that note. Can we talk about something...
something lighter?
A little bit less fucktarded right now? I don't know.
What's your favorite Japanese candy?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, like Japanese culture. Let's talk about the Japanese.
Yeah, see, now they have a very good high culture.
Okay, no, let's talk about Japanese candy. Let's talk about...
wacky Japanese candy.
I don't know. I've never had Japanese candy, actually.
You never had?
Maybe I have. You know what's good is those fucking the green tea Kit Kats.
Oh, Kit Kat.
The green tea Kit Kats?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that Japanese or is that Korean?
No, that's Japanese.
Okay.
No. So Kit Kat is actually an American.
Right. But the green tea flavor, right?
Yeah, Japan.
Is that targeted toward Japan or is it just Asian in general, maybe, actually?
It might be. Well, so the reason why Kit Kat's so big over there is because in the word kitsu katsu means you'll win.
Oh, really?
So they mean it. They give it as like good
they
luck.
Interpret it differently?
Yeah, they're like,
no fucking way.
Here's a Kit Kat, you will win. It's like good luck.
Fucking A, dude.
So there's your happy.
Sonic.
Oh yes,
I love Sonic too. All elements of Japanese culture. You have Sonic. You have Kitsukatsu.
Kitsukatsu.
You have
maid cafes, which I don't think you would be into, but
I would. I don't know what they are. What are they?
So you have a girl in a maid outfit, and she just comes over and brings you like plates of dinner.
I definitely should not be into that. Probably would be. It's fucked up. Was it like Japanese Hooters? I don't know. It's fucked up. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I love Japanese Hooters. What's the other thing that fucking? Oh yeah, and fucking sushi.
Sushi's great. Yeah.
You gotta love sushi.
What sushi won't you eat? Or is there a type?
Mayo. I don't like mayo.
Oh, the mayo?
I don't like mayo, which is like on every fucking California roll. In California, everything, I hate it. Because you come here and you can get sushi where it's like just like fish, maybe like a ponzu sauce or something, you know what I mean? Like a sweet sauce or something, or sriracha or something. But That's it. You know what I mean? But you go to fucking California and every fucking roll is some variant of the California roll, which has like that mayo crab, like
the fake
shit.
crab,
the fake crab with like mayo in it, and I'm like, fuck that, it's too creamy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like just fish.
Just fish.
So
the one thing I probably won't. I've had it once. Is sea urchin.
Okay.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
I like sea urchin.
You like sea urchin?
Yeah.
Do you like salmon roe or the fish egg?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love the fatty tuna.
Oh, that's
fatty
good.
salmon. The fatty fishes are the good ones, dude. And then you gotta love tuna. Fresh tuna. I hate tuna like out of a can. That's what I always thought tuna was. So I hated tuna. And then I had salmon, I had sushi, and you got like this red, rich, like fucking flavorful tuna. You know what I mean? And it's like, geez, that's amazing.
Because that's like yellowtail, and the one we have in the can is more like albacore or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Albacore, I think, is still good too. It's got to be like not canned. Cans are gross. Why was cans ever a good thing? Well, what was wrong with the 1950s? You know what I mean?
Well, we're preserving food, you know.
Yeah,
you gotta. You're like, fuck that. Smoke that damn fish.
Smoke that fish. Yeah, man.
Sushi's good.
Sushi's fucking good. What else do Japanese have that's fucking... I mean, Nintendo
I love their arcade.
Used to be awesome. They have PlayStation.
Yeah.
Arcades. What else is awesome about Japanese... What Japanese stuff? The language.
The language. Do you see many... do you see many, like, American culture influences
in Japan?
Yeah, like they would,
or Japan influences on America.
Either. That's a good question, because it's like, would you trade? Let's say you have like an old VHS of like All in the Family, right?
Okay.
American television.
Okay.
And they have like Japanese.
Wait, actually, I don't even know what All in the Family is. What is that?
It's an old sitcom.
Okay.
Or
I think I've heard of it, but
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
You never seen it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like from the 70s. Anyway.
It's like the Fonz or something?
Yeah, or you got the Addams Family TV show. You know?
Okay, all right.
There you go. And you're like, hey, I'll trade you this.
I hate Addams. Can we do something else?
Wait,
sorry, guys who are Addams Family fans.
You hate them.
I'm not a fan, dude.
You don't like the Addams Family?
I just,
they're just...
Addams Family.
They're the kooky ones, you know? Yeah. They were the anti-culture.
Maybe that's why.
You don't like them?
I hate those. I'm sorry. I don't mean that, audience. I like the anti-culture. I don't know. I'm not being sincere. I don't know why. I just don't like the Addams Family.
You don't have to like them. You just say, I don't like them. You know, I don't care for them.
I don't like them.
I don't like their kind.
Why are you trying to push them on me, man?
They're from Transylvania. I don't like them.
Just back off, dude. Just leave me alone. Stop putting... You know what? I liked Hotel Transylvania.
Adam
Sandler.
Why does he have such good animation?
But he's such a bad...
Yeah. Script maker.
Something. I don't know. Something about Adam... I think they're too... I think my issue with Adam Sandler films is they are too pretty.
Pretty?
And I don't mean pretty. I mean like they're too naive.
Okay.
Surface level, you know what I'm talking about? Like they're too... They show society as if it was simpler than it is.
Well, I mean, that's like the kids' version, right?
Right.
But then you have his other movies like Uncut Gems and other stuff. Those are just like noise to be noise.
Okay, I haven't seen those. Maybe that's why. I've seen all of his like kid-friendly stuff. I saw some of his old stuff, obviously, like Happy Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Or Happy Gilmore, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's just to be like, hey, we're going to...
when he was like just like a horny teenager, you know what I mean? Making movies. But his latest stuff is very family friendly, and I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. I just I don't know, man. It just sometimes I feel like it's just a little bit. I know he's not naive, but I know that. But his shows are that way. I'm guessing he's trying to make them kid friendly.
I think maybe what you're trying to say is that the naiveness is. It's like you don't need to be that naive to the kids, you know. You can tell them how things are.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like a little bit. You can tell them how things are.
Take, for instance, like Hotel Transylvania, right?
Yeah.
Because that rap song at the end...
Jesus Christ. He thinks he can... Just don't let him rap. Don't let him rap, please. That's the only other thing that I hate about it.
That I had the exact same expression when I heard it. I was like, why are you doing this? You know?
And you know that he sorry, this is one of those like I'm embarrassed for you things, Adam Sandler. I know you watch the show. You know what I hate is when podcasts like reach out to famous people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they think that, you know...
They're right there.
They think that they're worthy of talking to the famous.
We
people.
know that they're there though.
But seriously, Adam Sandler.
We have a mental illness where we just make up celebrities that watch us.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking hate that when you rap.
Yeah.
Don't do it anymore.
The message of the rap though was like
to Eminem. What's up? Yeah.
Get married before doing something.
Oh, the zing.
What the hell?
Zing and a zang and a zing.
Before you zing, put a ring on it or something.
Put a ring with the zing. And fuck, now I'm liking it. The more I listen to it in my head, it's like, now I'm a fan.
Now I'm a fan.
I take it back, Adam Sandler. I love your rap music.
Now I got to go get married before I get my zing.
Yeah, that's the issue. He raps like I would, and it's,
You're like,
when you don't know how to rhyme because you don't spend enough time studying
lyrics.
Sorry, I tried it for a second. And it's just like and zing and a wedding ring and blah blah blah.
What the hell message is that?
I don't know. It's don't do it. Don't do it. If you're bad, don't do it.
If you're but the kids are confused now. They're like, why am I bad? What happened? I wanted to watch the movie. Anyway, Japan, good.
Yeah, Japan, good. That's cool, man. We talked about Japan today. Japan's good, man. We like Japan. I like South Korea, too.
South Korea?
Props to South Korea. They have good shit. What else?
I don't know. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Bum, 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 bum.
The music began. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun.
All right, man. I think that's it, dude.
Yeah,
Are we
I'm
fucking
good.
down?
I think we're good.
I feel like we just kind of coasted here for a little bit.
It's like we ran out of gas and we're just like, let's just see how far we can coast.
I wonder how long the audience will stay tuned in, that's it, man. We just want to see, maybe you guys are fucking just driving to work, you ain't got shit to do.
We picked you up off the side of the road.
Off the side of the road,
We ran out of gas halfway before our destination. Just said, hang on, we're just going to see how far we can go.
Just put it in neutral, baby. We're riding on a downgrade here,
The audience is like wide-eyed going, what car did I get in?
We have no power steering and we don't have no power brakes.
Here we go. Middle of nowhere.
Gandalf, take the wheel, Gandalf, take the wheel.
And then we slowly pull it to the edge of the road, and then we just get out, high-five each other, and that's our show.
Mm-hmm. Splayed.
And you're left in the car.
Coasting in neutral because we're out of gas.
Yep.
On Splayed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Have a chill ass week, man. I fucking love you guys.
Yeah.
I hope you stayed with us this whole time. If you've been with us, if you're new to the show, by the way, welcome. Fucking badass to have you listening.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and keep bringing you good content, chill content. Help you get through the week, get through your drive, your commute, whatever you got to do, your airplane flight. Listen to Splayed, listen to some chill ass conversation. It's like coming into a bar.
Yeah, you walked into a bar and you listened to, you overheard two guys just drunkenly yelling about
That's what I want
stuff.
this show to be about, man. Two drunken guys that you can overhear. You're behind you, just talking about shit.
And you can occasionally look at them like, what the hell did you just say?
What the fuck are they talking about? That's what Splayed is, all right?
Welcome.
Welcome. Have a chill ass week.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on something that has a like button or a share button, or a subscribe button, and you like the show, show us some love, smash that like button, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Welcome to Splayed.
And then share it around.
Peace out.
Cool.
Have a chill ass week. Peace.
Later.